to fill us in here. Let's start with Giannis. So is he open to a deal? I know he said the other day, look, that's not my nature to ask for a trade or anything like that. How do things stand there?
Ernie, to put it plainly, he has communicated with the Bucks. He's informed the necessary Bucks officials that he believes the time has come now for both of these sides, him and the Bucks, to move on after 13 years, after he led this team, this organization, to its first championship in 50 years in 2021. Sources tell me he is ready. He is prepared to move forward with his career elsewhere, either at the deadline or in the offseason. And what's changed here is the Bucks' approach and process. They're getting tons of aggressive offers right now in Milwaukee, and they are listening to those offers. Those offers have consisted of all-star caliber players, multiple draft picks. And Ernie, this has been the culmination of 9 months. 9 months, Giannis and his camp and Bucks general manager John Horst, they've been discussing his future. What's best for him to be there, for him to be elsewhere? The Bucks at one point were pitching him on a gap year. They knew at the age of 30, 31, he didn't want a gap year this year. So they tried to salvage something. They waived and stretched Damian Lillard. They went out and signed Miles Turner, and they tried to give this another go. But this team is now 9 games under 500. They're in the 12th seed in the Eastern Conference, and they don't have any upward mobility right now, or really in the summer, to make this team into a championship contending team. And that's what Giannis wants. He wants to try to compete for a second championship.
So what's the status on Ja Morant and Memphis? Have they mended their ways, or is he still on the trading blocks?
Shaq, the Grizzlies are wide open for business on Ja Morant. There are multiple teams there with interest. A team like Miami, right? So Miami's in the hunt for Giannis as well, but and that's going to supersede anything. But potentially, if they miss out on Giannis, could Ja Morant be next up on their list? But everyone's going to wait on Giannis as the number one domino. But there are multiple teams that are interested in Ja Morant. And the one difference with him and Trae Young got traded essentially as an expiring contract. He had a player option for the offseason. Ja Morant has 2 years after this season under a contract. So he has significant team control, whether the team that's trading for him has him for the long term, or even the Grizzlies if they just want to keep him past the deadline. But those conversations will be active. Ja Morant could be on the move before the deadline.
Shams, you look at the Eastern Conference, looks like it's up for grabs. The West, obviously, there's a hierarchy over there. What are give me a couple sleeper teams that, like, we're going to go for it that nobody's talking about? Because you can make one move, especially in the East, maybe even in the West, and put yourself in the conversation. So what are a couple sleeper teams?
Look what you did.
I don't know if you can see me, Chuck.
There you go. We're back.
I would look at, to me, it all starts with Giannis, right? So some of the Giannis teams, and there's teams in both conferences. I would look at Minnesota, Golden State in the West, New York, and Miami. Those are 4 of the strong suitors for Giannis right now on the market. But then beyond Giannis, could there be a team like Toronto? They want a center. Could Domantas Sabonis of the Kings be an option there? There's a level of interest there for them. And then, New York, obviously, what do they do to beef up their situation? And so I would look there as far as Domantas Sabonis, Ja Morant, Giannis, New York, Miami. There's definitely teams.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Tell you what, boy, ESPN, pay your bills, man. Pay your bills. I know times are tough.
It was your fault, Chuck, that big ass head.
It was great content while it lasted.
It was, and I love I talk to Shams because, I love the subtle flexes he had in his thing. He had his Loyola University degree there. He had the Kobe mentality. He had the awards, and the hair.
There's a lot of thought that goes into
He's
that.
got the best hair in the business. He just forgot to pay his phone bill.
Hey, Shams, let's try this again, man.
Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? I will say, I don't know how much control I have of this situation, but I will say,
pay your bills.
ESPN's on top of it, hopefully.
Because of what happened last year with Luka, do you think we hear Giannis is the obvious thing? There seems to be
possibly rumblings because of what happened. Look, it could happen to anyone. We're about to watch a game with the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James. What about LeBron James, as Chuck is feeling that it's impossible for him to be there next year? The move for LeBron James.
I don't think there's any real chance of that, Kenny. I think LeBron James is, in his mind, he's finishing that season, this season in LA. He's got a no trade clause. There just has not been any pathway to any type of a deal. There were conversations to be had in the offseason. There's no doubt about that. And I do think it is up in the air. If LeBron James, as you and Shaq thought, if he does indeed play one more year, and there's people in LeBron's circle that do believe he's going to go one more year, if he does actually play one more season, there is definitely chatter. Where could that be? Could that be in Cleveland? Where could that be? Could that be back in LA? And so that's up for debate for sure. But right now, I think LeBron's mindset is locked in on this Lakers team. What move can the Lakers make at the deadline as well? They're going to be active to an extent. They have one first-round pick they can trade. Rob Pelinka, their president of basketball, he's going to try to make another move on the edges to try to make that team better.
You know, Shams, we're at that time of year when all-star starters are announced. The reserves are going to be coming out on Sunday. Rising stars were named this week. Celebrity game participants have also been named. Shams will play in the takes you aside to give you the news that you're in this Rising Stars game. How did he tell you, and how did that sit with you?
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting there doing my pregame warm-up, and we were going to the anthem, and he was like, "Congratulations." I'm like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" He said, "Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you." And I was like, "What you mean? Tell me what?" And he said, "You're the Rising Stars." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I didn't even know they were announcing it that day. So it was definitely some fun experience for sure.
Jalen, Shaq Harris wants to say you are a true inspiration for all the G League guys coming up. You're playing excellent basketball. It's apparent that Donovan Mitchell has taken you under his wing. What's the best advice he's given you?
Best advice he's given me: give him the ball and get out the way. That's the biggest advice he's given me. It's pretty easy. Just give him the ball and just be ready to catch a shoot.
Hey, Jalen, a couple of weeks ago, you lit up my 76ers, and I wasn't happy with it. But the thing that impressed me the most, you were on fire, but you won the game on a great pass. Did that give you more joy than scoring all those points of giving Mobley a dunk at the end of the game to win?
I wouldn't say more joy. I mean, scoring 39 in the NBA game, that's fun. But it was fun to win the game. I mean, because if I would have scored 39 and we lost, it wouldn't have meant nothing. So winning the game definitely meant something.
You know, Jay, one of the things that when you come into the league like you have, and you're already on an established team that has scorers, rebounders, guys who can pass the ball, guys who are doing great things, how do you implement your game into that, and what was the first thought process for you?
Really just finding my niche, right? To be at the beginning of the year, kind of was like defense and rebounding. Really good offense. That's all he said. I mean, it's another game on the schedule, and we're coming out to win.
Jalen Tyson, appreciate you, man. Always good to spend some time with a guy in the league who's making a move.
Yes.
A lot of folks don't know you real well. Hopefully they know a lot more now about Jalen Tyson.
They do.